Hi, this is Sam. Welcome to this episode of the Living and Working Abroad show. In today's episode, we're looking at the different types of residency permit available in Spain. What's the difference between a residency permit, a visa, or a registration certificate? Not very much. All forms of online or paper-based registration certificate that allow you permission to stay in a country. Spain is a member of the EU and the Schengen zone, and therefore the 90 and 180-day rule applies for anybody that wants to stay for longer periods of time. So an EU citizen has got the right to enter Spain, but the 90-day rule could apply, and an EU citizen would then need to get a registration certificate to stay longer in the country, potentially to get a tax registration and employment in the country. For non-EU citizens, there's a range of different options that they can consider. If there's a family reunification issue with a Spanish resident, or because of historic roots through parents and grandparents, or social or other professional connections, then it's potential to get a residency visa in Spain. Also, in line with international law, the UN protection rules, asylum seekers could also apply for a residency visa in Spain. If you're in education and you're looking to do research and training or be a student, again, you can get a specific type of visa for research or student visas. Students who have got a place at an educational establishment in Spain can then not only get a visa to study, but they're also allowed to do some internship and work in country to fund their stay while they're there. If you want to be employed and you want an employment visa in Spain, then that has to be done through a company. So if a Spanish company offers you employment, the employer would get that residency visa, and that will be the way to progress your residency in Spain through an employment offer from a Spanish company. The other type of visas available to expats are the ones that Proact can help you with. And for more information and guidance, you can contact us at proactpartnership.com or follow our YouTube channel, Living and Working Abroad show. So let's have a look at the different types. One type is very commonly named term golden visa. It's used for many different countries, and essentially it's a term to give residency for somebody who makes an investment in the country, effectively in real estate. So many countries use it. In Spain, if you buy property in Spain for 500,000 euros or more, then you can get an investment visa, a golden visa for residency in Spain. If you're not specifically buying a property, you're renting, or if you are not buying a property for £500,000, then you can still get a temporary residency visa to stay in Spain for more than 90 days and up to a 5-year period. 5 years is quite significant in international law, because beyond 5 years you can start to be considered permanent residency or citizenship in different countries. In Spain, citizenship, you have to be there for more than 10 years. So it's a temporary residency visa up to 5 years. So if you want to stay in Spain more than 90 days and you're not an EU citizen, then a temporary residency visa is the way forward. And one of the key requirements for that is to be able to show that you've got income in 2024 in excess of 2,400 a month. So that's a minimum income that you need to show, 28,800 euros a year, 2,400 a month, for a temporary residency visa. Not to work, not to study, not to start a business or work remotely. It's just to show that you've got income from investments or pensions or overseas income in excess of 2,400 a month. If you want to be working in Spain from your own resources, there's two channels maybe three. The first one is the entrepreneur visa. This is where you're intending to set up a company in Spain. So as long as the company is appropriate to Spain and meets the criteria of the immigration authorities, you can apply to set up a Spanish company, present a business plan to fund that. Now obviously there's still going to be this underlying concept that you're going to be generating revenue in the region of 2,400 a month. And it could also be looking for, you have to bear in mind that the golden visa on investment in real estate is £500,000. But if somewhere between the two of the capital injection or the income requirement, the entrepreneur visa's business plan could be approved for that to set up a Spanish company and start operating. If you don't want to set up a company and you want to be self-employed, you could apply for on that basis. A self-employed person in Spain will be a registered person living and working in Spain and paying local taxes and local social insurance on that earned income. So that again, we would say look at the criteria, that the potential requirement for a business plan and a minimum income of around over €2,400 a month. If you're a highly qualified professional with a specialist skill that you want to bring into Spain and operate on a self-employed or other work, highly specialised people can get exceptions from other requirements, but the income level would be 40,000 or more. So if you're coming in to set up as a self-employed person or an entrepreneur with a higher specialised type of skill set, the higher qualified professional visa might apply, or the rule might apply, where they're looking for this like higher income level in excess of 40,000 euros a year. The final type of visa we want to look at today is a digital nomad visa. And digital nomad is somebody that's working remotely. So you're working as a freelancer or as a contractor. A freelancer is doing one-off contracts or maybe doing a regular contract for a contracting company or contracting individual or contracting business in another country. So the concept of the digital nomad, the remote worker, is that you're living and working in Spain, but you're doing the work and the income is being generated from a source outside Spain. So you can be a freelance and work online from Spain to get your residence permit there, and the digital nomad visa will be available for that. You could also get a digital nomad visa as an entrepreneur, that you're going to be based in Spain to set up an online business and build up your network of freelancers around the world. The concept though of being a digital nomad requires you to be earning that money abroad. There's a maximum of 20% of the revenue the digital nomad is allowed to earn from Spain. So have in mind that you can be a freelance, you can be working remotely, you can generate work in Spain, but essentially the bulk, more than 80% of the revenue that you generate as a digital nomad needs to come from abroad. And if you can meet that criteria, the digital nomad visa will meet your requirements. So that's a summary of the different types of visas available for expats living and working abroad in Spain. You can go there to retire with fixed investment or pension income, or to work either as a freelance, contractor, remote worker, or to set up a company, or to set up as a sole trader in Spain. If you're making a substantial investment just in real estate and you want to spend longer periods of time in your overseas property, then the golden visa approach in Spain can apply if you're investing enough in that real estate. For more information and guidance, contact us at proactpartnership.com for advice and guidance on getting residency permits to live and work in Spain.